Hello and welcome to Regrowtech India. I'm your host Durre Nayab, bringing you yet another episode on the Java Beginner Interview Series. So today we are going to learn about what are buzz numbers, and we will also write a code to find or to check whether a number is a buzz number or not. So first, let's go onto the whiteboard and understand the logic behind the number, or what kind of numbers are termed as buzz numbers, and then we would write the code behind it. So first of all, bus numbers are actually numbers which are divisible by both 3 and 7. For instance, let's say we have a number such as 21. Now, 21 has, or rather is, divisible by 3 and 7, meaning if you divide 21 by 3, you'd get 0 as the remainder, making 21 completely divisible by 3. Also, the cases remain same when it is divided by 7, right? So 7 times 3 is 21, and it will give you a remainder of 3, making 21 to be completely divisible by the number 7, right? And buzz numbers are simply numbers which are divisible by both 3 and 7. There is a very important reason as to why I'm putting pressure on the point and considering if, let's say, there is a number which is divisible by 3 but not 7, then it would not be termed as buzz numbers, right? Here in the code, you will be also learning about a few extra things such as a logical operator and, oops, my bad. Now, and is actually written with two ampersand symbols in Java. Then, now the understanding is quite simple. And means and, right? We will see where it is used though. Other than that, there is yet another arithmetic operator that you will be introduced to. The arithmetic operator that we are going to use here is the percentage symbol, which is read as mod in any coding language actually. Now, what does mod do? It is actually quite simple. Mod simply gives you the remainder of when two numbers are divided. So for instance, if I write 21 mod 7, what it will return you is a value that is a remainder which we get after dividing 22 by 7. So in this case, we get a 0 because we have just divided 20. Oh, did I say 22? I meant 21 divided by 7. So the remainder is 0. So we just saw 21 divided by 7 gives you a remainder of 0, and that's why we will get 0 eventually. However, if we, let's say, divide 22 by 7, this will eventually give you a remainder of 1. Seeing, let's say, 22 divided by 7, 3 times 7 is 21, which will fetch you a remainder of 7, which will fetch you a remainder of 1 eventually, right? So this mod operator actually is quite popular in the coding world, considering it gives you remainders. And it will help you to find whether one number is divisible by another, or one number is a factor of another, as such. Now, moving on, we need to find whether a number is a buzz number or not. So first things first, we are going to, of course, take a number as input. Then we'll check whether the number is buzz number or not, and that's really about it, right? So let's quickly try to write in the code, and once we do that, we might as well check out the logic behind it and understand the dry run of it. So let's get started. Like I told you earlier, we want to take an input, so we go integer num equals, say, 42. Now I want to check if num is buzz number or not. So I'll simply write, in order to check conditions, we write if. If is a conditional statement that will return you true or false dependent on what your condition is. So if, let's say, we write num mod 3 equals 0 and num mod 7 equals 0. Now here's the thing. We are checking a condition here, and when we check condition, instead of using 1 equals to symbol, we use 2. This is a comparison operator when we use two equal to symbol, whereas when you use only one, it will assign a value to a variable or things like that. It is an assignment operator. We will learn about it in just a bit. But as of now, let's just continue the code and let's say, so if a number is divisible by 3, meaning if num mod 3, when a number is divided by 3, gives you a remainder of 0, and a number divided by 7 gives you a remainder of 0, we said that kind of number is simply a Buzz number. So we'll go ahead and print it. So I'll go system.out.println because we want it in a new line, and we say it is a Buzz number. Okay, now else what happens? What if they are not divisible by 3 or 7 or other, either one? So we go else it is not a Buzz number, and considering I do not really want to write that much, so I'll just go ahead, copy paste it, and just go it is not a Buzz number. Okay, now I'd like to actually read my programs from line number 1, just how eventually the program is going to be executed in the computer. So first things first, the package is defined here. We have started a class. We have also defined the main function. So I'm just going to start off from the first one. So as soon as we read this, you know what? Let me just do this for you. Okay, so this is how it's going to be read. So as soon as it reads int num equals to 42, so in the system, let me choose a different color which will pop. So in the system, we have a box which is named as num and the value on it is 42, right? Then in the next line, it checks the condition. So the first condition would be if 42 mod 3 equals 0. So 42 mod 3, because the num value is 42, right? So it will check 42 divided by 3, will it give me a remainder of 0? And hopefully it does, because 4 plus 2 is 6, right? So ones and then fours. So remainder is 0, right? And 42 mod 7, same goes. So 42 divided by 7 times 6, 42, remainder is 0. So in this case, you'll see the condition holds true, meaning whatever is written inside these two curly brackets would be executed, and it will not read whatever is in the else part. So it will go print system.out.println, it is a Buzz number, right? If let's say the number was something else, let's say 40 or something, it would print it is not a Buzz number, right? So let's go ahead and run it. And let me come back here, save and run. So as we anticipated, the number is going to be Buzz number. Let's try with something else. Let's say I write 40. Okay, and it says it's not a Buzz number. So I hope this code is understood. Now there is another way in which we can write the entire code in just 3 lines, but in order to learn that, you'll have to watch the next video. So stay tuned, and if you like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Have a good day.